Hi everyone, it's Coach Rebecca. Over the last few years, CrossFit has introduced general strength training in their programming. What that's going to do is that's going to allow you to have a strong foundation and create more stability while you're learning a lot of these functional dynamic movements. Here at Iron Night, we're in an opportunity where we can provide that for you. So on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, you will get general strength training that is going to complement the fitness method programming that we have for the week. As a reminder, you have 24-hour access to this entire facility to get that in whenever you can. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me or one of our coaching staff. I'm going to be going over face pulls, so you're going to need a rope, or through out here you'll find more attachment through here and then behind you as well. All right, with our face pulls, you're gonna want maybe one leg in front of the other, right? This might throw you off balance a little too much. Either or is fine, it's gonna be preference. I'm literally gonna pull that towards my face, hence the name. All right, I'm trying to keep my elbows high without shrugging up in here. Okay, we've talked about pulling our traps down and making sure we're in control of that. We're gonna go 4 sets of 12 reps with this one. So I'm going to be going over a single arm cable chest press now. So I'm going to switch out my handles. I'm going to look for a version of this, right? It can also be this metal version here, right? Some sort of single arm handle. I want to lower this right above my shoulder. So roughly right around there is good for me. The arm that's working, I want that leg in the back in a split stance. I'm going to keep my core nice and tight. Once I'm in that lean forward position, I'm gonna stay there. I'm not gonna rock back and forth. If this is taking me back every time, too heavy. So we need to lighten it up to keep our body stable. So like I said, my core is tight, focusing on my shoulder position, make sure I'm not into my neck. And that's also gonna be 4 sets of 12. Our next movement is a single arm lat cable pull down. So I'm looking for the same handle, okay? There's different variations of this one. I am gonna have you guys bend forward for this one so I can get a good stretch with my arm. And then as I pull that down, I'm keeping my arm straight. I don't have to lock it out. I can have a slight bend, but I don't want that to change throughout the movement, okay? And I'm not gonna have a drop wrist like this. I can grab it like this or a full grip. I just wanna make sure my wrist isn't dropped. I'm in an over grip as we usually practice with our functional fitness. As I come back, I'm gonna open up my chest. I'm gonna make sure I don't finish right in this hunched over position. So here's some reps that we don't wanna see, right? If you look through here, I'm all hunched over. And then here's a rep that we wanna see, right? I'm finishing with my shoulders back on this one. Coming up till I get a good stretch or my arm is completely over my head. That's why I'm having us bend over for this one rather than up here for today. That will be 4 sets, 12 reps. Our next movement is gonna be alternating arm chest flies with dumbbells, okay? So I'm gonna lay back, arms start up top. I'm gonna have both arms come down here. Down here is where we alternate. So I'm keeping a slight bend with the elbow. I'm not worrying about going too heavy here because down here is a vulnerable position for the shoulders. All right, making sure I'm not shrugging up in here or curling over. I'm focusing on my shoulders staying down, right? My core is nice and tight. Right? I'm gonna definitely need to focus on keeping my core tight because all of this movement, right, needs to stay steady by the intensity that I have in here and how tight I can keep this. And that's gonna be 4 sets, 12 reps per arm. So this is gonna take you a lot longer than most because we're gonna be holding it out here and alternating. So think a little bit lighter the better on this one. Our next movement we're gonna be going over is our low to high wood chops. I'm gonna need a single handle like this again. When I grab the handle, I'm basically gonna grab with these 2 fingers and then the rest of them overlap. So I don't have fingers outside of the strap, okay? My hands are in here. I'm grabbing with my pointers, but then my pinky overlaps. So one hand is in here. That top hand just overlaps the rest, okay? I'm gonna get some space. I'm gonna rotate down, all right? My back is nice and straight. I'm not hunched over. Rotating with my back straight, keeping my arms straight. I'm shifting my weight over, you know, left to right on my legs. That's gonna be 10 reps on this side. I'm gonna face this way. Right, making sure I have enough space so I'm not too close where I'm clanking every time, right? I'm gonna get that space. Focusing on my spine staying straight as I'm rotating through and not overextending, all right? Everything's tight through here as I come down. So that is our low to high wood chop, and that's gonna be 3 sets of 10 per side. Now we're gonna be doing high to low wood chops, okay? So it's gonna be the same grip, same idea. I'm just pulling from up top now, all right? I have my stance. I've got my distance away from the cable. My core is tight. My arms are straight. I can have a slight bend, but that's all I'm looking for, nothing more than that. And now I'm gonna bring that down. Somewhere right below my knee, middle of the shin, right around there. Again, I'm keeping my core nice and tight. I'm not overextending at the top or relaxing through here or hunching over to bring that down. All right, I'm just trying to bend through my hip for this one as I bend over to finish the movement. So this is our high to low wood chop, 10 on this side. I'm just gonna turn over, same thing, 10 on the other side. Shifting my weight left to right, using my entire body to do this rotational movement.